Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. Let me move my chair so I don't keep hitting the desk. So I am here today to unbox my new Monsta X album, which I know you guys, this is not the newest album. This is like several albums ago, but it's the newest one I've purchased. I had to complete my set. I already had two, and I needed the third one. And when I went to Atlanta to see Monsta X live in concert, I picked this one up at one of the K-pop stores. I believe this was the one on Buford Highway, I think is the road. I don't know. It's in a shopping center with a really nice Korean restaurant. I've been there a few times. I love it. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and open this if I can. I hate this packaging, y'all. I don't know. I can't decide which packaging I hate more. The Beautiful albums or the Shine Forever albums. Like, I hate both of them, though. With a passion. They're beautiful, don't get me wrong. Like, they look gorgeous. But opening them is just... These are really hard to open, and then the Shine Forever, it killed me when I first got it because I had to damage it to get it open to get the CD. Like, ugh, it annoyed me so much. Anyway, moving on. But yes, so I saw the boys in Atlanta on the 25th of July. Aw, very exciting. I'm still, like, not over it. Like, I still haven't quite grasped the fact that I have been literally that close to them. So I was sitting on row triple E, which is the 5th row. And for those of you who don't know, basically the first, like, 20-ish rows were P1 or P2. And if you had P1 or P2, you got high touch, which means you got to actually, like, go through a line and, like, say hello and give everybody a high five. And I'm still not over it. But yeah, so the concert itself was amazing. It was so good. So I actually stayed in a hotel across the street from the venue, so I was kind of there all day just hanging out. Had a lot of fun. Actually randomly met the girls from Alara Fit Pop. So I know they follow my other channel. I don't think they follow this one. I need to, like, let them know they're subscribed to the wrong channel. But it was really funny. I was handing out stuff because I was part of the Team Beautiful Atlanta projects team. And so we were handing out stuff to people who had made donations to help fund some of our projects. And they just happened to walk up and I recognized them. And so they're, like, sending me a shirt, which is kind of crazy. But apparently I'm the first person to ever recognize them from YouTube, so that was kind of cool. So I'm very excited. I will definitely be doing a video unboxing that shirt and the one that I actually purchased from them because they had two that I really wanted and I couldn't decide. So yeah, I ended up purchasing a second one. Oh, Minhyuk. Oh, he's so beautiful. Okay. But yeah, so the concert itself was, like I said, amazing. Oh my gosh. Like, being so close was so worth it. It was so worth it to be that close. And I spent way too much money on that ticket. I had to buy resale, unfortunately, because if any of you tried to get tickets, you know Atlanta sold out in 5 minutes. I was waiting in the Ticketmaster queue for Lord only knows how long, and by the time I got there, P3 was the best available. And it was like front row grand tier, which I'm not about that life. I'm not as afraid of heights as Wonho is, but I am pretty afraid of heights. I would have had a panic attack if I'd actually sat in the seat I originally purchased, so it's a very good thing that I was able to find something at orchestra level, because I legitimately would have, like, had a panic attack, had to be taken out of the venue if I had actually been in the seat I originally purchased. But the whole point of purchasing the P3 ticket was literally just to get myself in the door. It was like, that was the main thing. I needed to be in the door, and then I was like, I can find a P1 or a P2 later once I know that I'm getting into the venue. which I almost didn't get in. The scanners were screwing up. So, yeah, it said like twice that my ticket was no good. And then finally, like, the person scanned somebody else's ticket and it finally went through. Thank goodness. And then I get in past the ticket scanner and the metal detector is broken. So it's like, come on, really? Really? I did finally get through. Like, they managed, there was a person in front of me at the metal detector, and they got her through, and they got me through, and then it broke again. So it was a whole big mess trying to get in. But I got in. I got the little slogan towel thing, which I may grab here in a minute because it's cute. And then I got to my seat and everything, and oh, it was so cool. I actually had an Instagram follower sitting directly behind me, totally random. So of course we had to take a picture, but I haven't seen yet. I need to like message her and be like, hey, can I get the picture from you? But that was fun. So the concert itself was just like amazing. And I'm going to say that a million times, but it really is. Like, Monsta X know how to put on a show. And it was even better this year than last year because we had Hyungwon back. Oh, I was so excited to see him. Like, I literally, he's not even biased, but I screamed so hard for Hyungwon just because it was his first time in Atlanta. And he didn't get to be there last year to hear us last year. But if you've never been to a K-pop show in Atlanta is like lit. Like, we party hard in Atlanta. I'm not from Atlanta, but that's where I go for all my K-pop shows. We party hard. So, like, there were a couple of moments I was kind of afraid they were going to, like, tear down the balcony because they were so crazy up there. I mean, we were already screaming and dancing and singing a good 10-15 minutes before the boys even, like, came on stage. Like, before the lights even went down. We were already just, like, going crazy. In a good way, not like a, oh my gosh, you know, we're actually going to cause damage to this venue kind of way. Yeah, the unit stages. Oh, the unit stages. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have to talk about these unit stages. So the first one, what was first? The first one was Kihyun and Wonho and Minhyuk, and they're just like preciousness. The song that Wonho wrote, it is so adorable. I want like a legit version, like on a CD, like even if it's just like a self-cam video with all of them, like I want it. I want it so bad because it's precious. I love it. Oh my goodness. Like, From Zero was amazing last year, and it was amazing again this year because they did perform it again. Because obviously it did make the CD as a full group track. And then, of course, after they performed it, they did that one little moment that now it's Shonu and Minhyuk do it, but they made Wonho and Hyungwon do that one little moment where Wonho, like, grabbed Hyungwon's chin. Yeah, they made them do that. And it was very, very awesome. And then they tried to get Joohan to do it with Minhyuk, and Joohan is just like a goofball. But yeah, so that happened. Back to unit stages. I'm going to be really like all over the place. The second unit stage has me all kinds of messed up. To this day, it's been 5 days, and I'm still messed up over that stage. It was Versace on the floor. Y'all, when did Lee Joohan get so hot? Because dang, boy. Like, I have been in love with Joohan for a really long time. He was my first bias wrecker in Monsta X. Minhyuk is bias and is still bias, but Joohan was bias wrecker number one just because he was like fluffy, squishy rapper, and he was precious. And I have a thing for that. But, physically, he is no longer fluffy, squishy rapper. Personality-wise, he's totally still fluffy, squishy rapper. Like, there's no question about it. He's still the same person. But he does not look like the fluffy, squishy rapper anymore. And he took like, one of his 2 shirts off because he had like a tank top underneath another shirt or like a jacket or something. I don't even remember. all I remember is his arms. Because I have a thing for arms, y'all. Like, I'm being completely honest. So yeah, that whole stage was just like, and then after that was Fake Love and How Long, which are two English songs. So I Am and Hyungwon performed Fake Love, like singing and rapping, and then they danced to How Long, which I think is Charlie Puth's song. That was fun. So my roommate was sitting on row triple C. We got our tickets separately for various reasons. So she was sitting a couple rows ahead of me. And so, like, it was really funny because at one point, Hyungwon was standing directly in front of her. And Hyungwon is her bias. Speaking of which, little devil. Hyungwon is her bias. And so he was directly in front of her and he lifted his shirt. And yeah, let's just say I had to be like watching her for a minute after that stage just to make sure she was okay. And she was losing her mind and it was hilarious. I can say this because she's been attacking me with Ace members all day. So, you know, this is part of her punishment for sending me inappropriate gifs of Donghoon from Ace on Mix 9. Because there are several that are not appropriate. And she keeps sending them to me. Yes. The beautiful CD. Ugh. But yeah, so that happened. The concert wasn't long enough. It's never long enough. Like, let's just be real. No K-pop concert is ever long enough. I mean, it was a good length. It's just, you know, we all wanted more. I am still a little annoyed. Well, not really annoyed, but like sad, I guess would be a better way to describe it, that they didn't perform Hero. And not even because of abs, because like, who cares? I mean, Minhyuk does not have abs right now. Like, he kind of has a little bit of a belly, and I think it's precious. But Hero is like legit my favorite song, so I'm a little sad that they didn't perform it. But yeah, sorry. I'm gonna like pull the other albums out now to show you why I needed the third one. Because when you put all three of them together, it does this, and it says beautiful, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I gotta figure out how I'm going to display these now because I'm out of space on my shelf. So anyway, so show ended, and then it was time for High Touch, which was kind of a weird experience. Like, I was the fifth row. By the time I got out of the aisle, like, they had already kicked several people out of High Touch because they didn't go get their wristbands and lanyards, which I'm like, how did you miss the whole you have to pick up your wristband and lanyard? They had also kicked several people out of the show for recording and taking photos, so I have no video or photos to show on this, unfortunately, because I'm not going to take somebody else's stuff and put it in my video. I don't feel like that's, you know, well, I know that's not appropriate, like that's a copyright violation. But yeah, we think that the Atlanta show may have been filmed for a potential concert DVD. Not 100% positive. It could be something for like a season's greetings. Or, like, we don't really know. All we know is my friend Alicia was sitting next to a lot of cameras. Like, a lot of cameras. Way more than there normally are in that venue for just a concert. So that's why we kind of suspect that like they were filming it for something specific. Yeah, so it's time for High Touch. So they took us out row by row. So there were a lot of people in front of me. But I was really surprised, like, they weren't really rushing us, which was kind of nice. Like, I mean, obviously they wanted us to move kind of quickly, but they weren't like, go, 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 go. Like, we had time to, like, kind of just, like, actually, like, say hello and, like, actually make eye contact. You couldn't really have a conversation, but it wasn't like a slap the hand and walk on. It was like, you know, you could actually say something to them if you wanted to, which I didn't get to. I'll explain why. So the way it worked is when you walked in, or when you walked out of like the actual concert hall area, you walked into like the hallway that leads into it and then out into the lobby and then through a set of doors down another hallway where there were like I guess it's ticketing maybe is what's down there. And then at the end of that hallway, there was another set of double doors. And like there were people all along reminding you, no cameras, make sure you have your wristband out where we can see it and all this stuff. And so I finally get to that last set of double doors, and like right past it, there's like, if these are the doors right here, like there's a little wall right here, and there was a woman standing here who worked for the venue or somebody. Actually, she was probably more likely a Powerhouse employee or a Starship employee. And so like the wall ended like about here. And so I get like up next to the woman, and I'm walking past, and just like out of nowhere, like there's just, Juhan is just right there. Like he's just right there behind the wall. Like you couldn't see him until you were literally standing in front of him. And oh my gosh, like, he has like the most beautiful smile in the world. And I want to poke his dimples. I'm just going to be honest. Like that was literally like all I could think after I left the venue for quite a while was he has the most beautiful smile in the world and I want to poke his dimples. So yes, even though like physically he is no longer a fluffy squishy rapper, squishy little rapper is still in there and he's precious. And he was just, smiling at everybody. I was like, I had to stop myself because I was about to like grab his hand, and you're not supposed to do that. There was nobody yelling at anybody, so I don't think I would have gotten in trouble if I had done it. But I was like, oh wait, I can't do that, like mid high five. So it was a little awkward. So he was first, and then, okay, so the order I'm a little confused on. We're all a little confused. Like me and all of my friends are a little confused on what order they were standing in. So I may get this wrong. And like literally all I managed to say was either hi or hello to everybody. Like I had like specific things I was going to say to different people. Like I was going to tell Ki-hoon that haircut they have him with right now is fire, and like he needs to go with the undercut and the purple tone more often because he looks gorgeous. That didn't come out of my mouth. I barely managed to get the word hi out to Minhyuk because just, beautiful. So it was Juhan and then Wonho and then Minhyuk. And then beyond that is where things get a little confused. I'm pretty sure Shonu was fourth. And then Hyungwon. And then Ki-hoon. And I know for a fact I.M was last. So other things I noticed. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I.M and Ki-hoon's official heights are wrong. But unlike Big Bang, I think their official heights are shorter than their actual heights, because there is no way they are like 5'7" or 5'8", whatever it is that their official height claims they are. There's no way. I'm like 5'5" and a half, 5'6". My roommate is 5'9", and we were comparing notes when we got home, and she was like, yeah, I.M is at least as tall as I am, and I'm pretty sure Ki-hoon is too. And I was like, yeah, like there's no way. There's no way they're that small. So somebody needs to like remeasure everybody's heights in Monsta X, because I'm pretty sure that they're saying that most of them are shorter than they really are, because they're very tall. Very tall. I mean, like, yeah, so I'm pretty sure Jinhoo from Up Tension is, they say he's 5'7". I.M and Ki-hoon were at least 2 inches taller than him. Like, at least. Because I mean, I've met all of them now, and I've had high touch with all 3 of them, and there's no way that they are the same height he is. Either that, or I'm shorter than I realize, and my roommate is shorter than she realizes, because it's just, there's no way. But yeah. I literally just rambled that long about how tall I.M and Ki-hoon are. Unfortunately, I was not able to see well enough to determine whether or not I.M is actually the shortest member of the group. I'm still not convinced that he's shorter than Ki-hoon. Part of me thinks they're the same height, but they just humor Ki-hoon and tell him he's taller. Like, that's been my conspiracy theory for a while, but Juhan was leaning over the table, Ki-hoon was kind of leaning over the table, so like it was kind of hard to tell exactly how tall they were. But yeah. So that is my long rambling story of the Monsta X concert and meeting Monsta X while you get to stare at my beautiful albums. So I'm very excited because Minhyuk said that he would see us next time. And then several people promised that they would be back to Atlanta. And both years they have said that, like, they love Atlanta. Like, Atlanta is amazing. And so, and I'm sure, you know, they say that to every venue, but, like, there were a couple of times, like, we were screaming and Juhan just looked completely shook by how loud it was in that venue. So I really do think, like, even though I'm sure they say it to everyone, I really do think they probably do really enjoy coming to Atlanta because they know it's going to be a good show. We're going to have fun. They're going to have fun. And we're just going to go crazy and wild and love them because Atlanta Mon Bebe are the best. So anyway, I'm going to go now because this video is like over 20 minutes long and most of it has been you staring at this. I will talk to you guys in my next video because I gotta go film a Kanaka unboxing. So, bye!